It's a big setback for Lalu Yadav just ahead of the elections in Bihar. The court in Delhi, Rao's Avenue Court, finding Lalu's culpability in the IRCTC scam, the tenure during which he was the railway minister. Lalu is to face criminal misconduct charges and he is facing charges of cheating. The Delhi court has said Lalu tweaked the railway tenders, cheating charges framed on Lalu, Rabri and Tejaswi, wife and son. It's a big loss of face for Lalu and the RJD just before the elections in the state of Bihar. Shreya has more. Sufficient evidence, Shreya. The court is set to prosecute Lalu and others. Take us through the details of what has just been told, by the CBI, the investigating agency, in this matter in Delhi's Rao's Avenue Court today.
Well, Sneha, you were absolutely right that this is a huge face loss for the Lalu Prasad Yadav family in the IRCTC corruption case, as Lalu Prasad Yadav is all set to, face charges of criminal misconduct by a public servant, criminal conspiracy and cheating as well. Apart from Lalu Prasad Yadav, Tejaswi Yadav and Rabri Devi will also be facing charges of cheating and conspiracy. The entire matter was heard for a very long time and the CBI concluded their arguments in March 2025. The allegations prima facie was that how two hotel tenders were actually offered to Sujata Group of Hotels in Ranchi and Puri in the return for Benami properties that were transferred to the Lalu Prasad Yadav family. In the form of evidence, the Central Bureau of Investigation provided the documents of how tenders were modified and how the properties were actually transferred at a much lesser value than the market rate, and that's the reason why the court, after an extensive hearing by the Central Bureau of Investigation, has actually suggested that yes, the Lalu Prasad Yadav family have been found to have conspired in the entire particular matter. They also asked that whether any of them pleads guilty, but along with Lalu Prasad Yadav, Tejaswi and Rabri Devi, they have all pleaded not guilty, and as we talk, they've also stepped out of the court, is what we are given to understand. But clearly this entire case right now is going to be a huge face loss for the entire Yadav family ahead of the crucial Bihar elections.
The Bihar elections giving more ammunition there to the BJP and the JDU, saying that we said so, that the party and the family is, neck deep really in corruption is what they're going to get a chance to talk about. Of course, Shreya, and all of this, the RJD and the first family of Bihar continues to claim a conspiracy of sorts, isn't it? A political conspiracy of sorts.
Well, absolutely. The RJD especially is going to harp on exactly the same lines of the other political parties, that this was a criminal conspiracy. And as we talk, Sneha, we're joined by Shrishti Oja, my colleague. She was inside the court. Shrishti, if you could just sum up what the CBI has actually said and alleged, and that's how and then when the entire matter transferred and how the framing of charges happened. Just give us a clarity.
Well, Shreya, it's definitely a huge setback for Lalu Yadav and his family members, because the court has clearly found out a case to frame charges, and corruption, cheating and criminal misconduct, conspiracy charges have been now framed against Lalu Yadav. Remember, CBI had said that the manner in which there was a huge conspiracy and cheating involved, and the manner in which these the maintenance contract of two hotels were transferred to a particular entity, and in exchange a land parcel and undervalued shares was transferred eventually to Lalu Yadav's family members, and the court has in a way agreed. Court has said that the chain of evidence has been led by CBI to prove its case that yes, there was a criminal conspiracy, and yes, whatever are the allegations, they are actually correct. The court has said that Lalu Yadav, the charge framed against Lalu Yadav, the court has said that he did abuse his position, his official position as the minister back then from 2004 to 2009, and not only that, firstly he influenced the tender process, the way in which those contracts was given to those two hotels. He personally intervened and interfered, not just in changing and amending the conditions of the tender process, but also the pace in which those tenders were given to those contracts were given to that one particular entity.
Also, how will the entire case hearing proceed from here onwards? It will be a day-to-day trial after this?
Well, since all the accused, including Lalu Yadav, Tejasvi Yadav, and Rabri Devi, today pleaded not guilty and decided to move further with the trial will now go on. The court will fix a date for the prosecution to present its evidence, followed by chief examination, cross-examination by the defense lawyers. Post that, there's also a stage when the court directly questions, a 313 stage when the court directly questions the accused, and eventually then comes up with its decision of whether or not they will be acquitted or convicted. So yes, the trial will proceed on. The court has clearly said that it will be deciding a date for the next date of hearing when evidence will be presented by the prosecution. So that is how the case is going to proceed from now.
So as you heard Sneha Shrishti, she was inside the court monitoring the entire hearing. So clearly it is something which is a huge blow to the Lalu Prasad Yadav family. And from here onwards, we will be seeing the trial only speed up, then leading to whether they will actually be found convicted or they will be acquitted. That only time will say.
You know, Shreya, just explain to us, how do things move forward from here on, given that these are charges that have now been framed by the CBI's insistence on the manner in which Lalu Yadav, during his tenure as a railway minister, tweaked the tenders and hence the scam was given its full shape. What are the options before the Lalu family, legally speaking? How can they move forward?
Well, you know, I'll just brief a little on how and what are the kind of evidence that will actually be presented by the CBI. There are tenders and allotments in the form of documentary evidence that were modified, that the CBI has suggested. That will be one sort of evidence. We will also be seeing the property sale deeds and the valuation comparisons of these sale deeds that have been done by the CBI of the 3-acre Benami property that was transferred to the Lalu Prasad Yadav family. That will also be another form of evidence. Company records, the trails of the tender allocations to the Sujata group of hotels, all these will also be presented in the form of evidence, apart from witness statements that have also been recorded. In this particular matter, total 12 accused have been taken up by the Central Bureau of Investigation, and the court have already framed charges. So far as what are the alibis on the part of the Yadav family, I'll pull in Shrishti again. The Shrishti, in this particular matter, as you were inside the court, what could be the chances of the Lalu Prasad Yadav family and what could be the alibis that they could take up in this particular matter?
Lalu Prasad Yadav and his family members since the beginning in this case have claimed that there were no irregularities, that Lalu Prasad Yadav did not abuse his official position as the railway minister. There were absolutely no tweaks as far as the tenders are concerned, and just because the land eventually reached Lalu Yadav's family does not mean that there is corruption. Now the court today very specifically has said that they do not agree with this particular argument which has been raised on behalf of the accused. What's important here to remember is that even though charges have been framed, that only means that the court has found prima facie enough evidence for the trial to proceed further. Whether or not they're convicted or whether or not they're acquitted or if they're guilty or not is something that's yet to be determined. Lalu Yadav's family would also have an option to legally challenge this particular order in the higher court as well. If they think that this order is illegal or incorrect or has ignored the law or the provisions of law, they can challenge this particular order framing of charges. We've seen it in many cases where framing of charges order is also often challenged. So then it will move on to the higher court, and the trial will eventually, of course, come on a hold in a way if that matter is already pending before the higher court. So we'll have to see whether or not Lalu Prasad Yadav and his family members decide to go with that legal option. If not that, then yes, they will have to proceed with the trial. The prosecution will first start off with presenting its evidence. It will the chief examination of the prosecution witnesses will be conducted, following by cross-examination, which gives even the defense lawyers, the lawyers who will be appearing for Lalu Yadav, Tejasvi Yadav and Rabri Devi, to present their case, to present their evidence. Not just that, the accused in this case will also have an opportunity to directly answer to the court. So they will have enough opportunities even now to present their case, to present their arguments. Yes, charges have been framed, but that obviously doesn't mean that they are guilty. They're innocent until proven guilty. The trial will take its course, and we'll have to see what legal remedies will Lalu Prasad Yadav and his family now decide to take after this particular order.
So, you know, as Shrishti said, Sneha, this is somewhere down the line, there are legal avenues open for the Lalu Prasad Yadav family. But framing of charges sets the ball in the court for the trial to begin. And somewhere down the line, in this particular stage, the court has found that there is enough evidence to frame charges against the Lalu Prasad Yadav family. And that itself, somewhere down the line, will be dealt as a very serious development, especially when we have the Bihar elections round the corner.
Right, this has a deep impact on the elections. At the end of the day, if you are getting charged for a serious scam of this nature, you're the head of a party with Tejasvi Yadav, Lalu Yadav, the party's patron there, and wife Rabri Devi. I'm going to, in fact, also ask you to be with us and tell our viewers a little about the pictures, which obviously give us a sense of perhaps there is some sort of effort, really, maybe by Lalu Yadav to garner sympathy. Takes a morning walk. Seems to be okay, seems to be fairly comfortable. We know that he's been a patient of renal transplant. But then when he appears in court, which was mandated, he was on a wheelchair right there. So Lalu Yadav in a wheelchair while in court, but in the morning was seen. At the end of the day, he was in fact taking a stroll in the morning. However, when he was spotted in court, he was seen in a wheelchair. Shreya continues to be with us. Shreya, on that aspect, I've also seen this, that Lalu Yadav and, their counsel have argued often that, that his age should be kept in consideration. And this, of course, in connection with the other charges that he's facing, because it's not one, there are quite a few, that his health is not on his side and that his age must be respected before deciding anything as far as these criminal cases are concerned. There's been an argument of the counsel always, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. Sneha, we will definitely be seeing that legal argument still being pursued by the Yadav family, especially because Lalu Prasad Yadav is he's senior politician. Apart from that, his health wasn't at the finest. But today, that particular visual, Sneha, that you're also talking about, because in the morning he was very well seen taking a morning walk, taking a stroll outside the residence at Pandara Road. But when he was there at the court, he was actually seen in the wheelchair. So that will definitely be also taken up for a jibe by the opposition, particularly that whether or not this is an entire play-up by the Lalu Prasad Yadav family. But so far as the health condition concerned, Sneha, we will definitely be seeing that matter will also be presented by the legal side of the Yadav family when the trial begins. As Shrishti was pointing it out, the date for the hearing will still be fixed on when the trial proceedings will have to start in this particular matter. But shortly, Sneha, we will also be seeing another matter being taken up against the Lalu Prasad Yadav family. That is the land for job case. So somewhere down the line, this is double whammy that is coming up from the Yadav family. IRCTC framing of charges have already taken place, and somewhere down the line there's no escape route for the Lalu Prasad Yadav family. And in a short while, we will also be seeing the land for job case. That is another case during the same tenure between 2004 to 2009 when Lalu Prasad Yadav was in the railway ministry, when lands were given in return of jobs in the railway board. That was also being investigated by both the CBI and the ED, but today it's the ED matter that will be taken up by the court. And Shrishti, what are we going to expect in the land for job case as well? Because as I was saying that, it's a double whammy. IRCTC case, already framing of charges taken place. Today we will see the land for job case also being taken up for consideration.
Well, yes, as we know, both of these scam cases, Lalu Prasad Yadav and some of his members, some of his family members are accused in these cases. Both the cases were listed today, both IRCTC and Land for Jobs case were listed today for order on framing of charges. In this particular case where the order has come in, we saw the court specifically on last occasion direct that all the accused will have to appear physically and be present. A similar order we have not seen come in the Land for Jobs case. Even though it's listed for orders, we'll have to wait and watch for the matter to be taken up and see if an order will eventually be pronounced. Arguments on charge, even in that case, where again serious corruption allegations have been put up by both CBI and ED in two different cases against Lalu Prasad Yadav and his family. That matter will be taken up, but we are yet to see whether or not an order will be passed, because like I mentioned earlier, similar as just like IRCTC case, we didn't see any specific order being passed. Also, the accused have already left the courtroom, so one would that might indicate a possibility that the order may not come. We'll still have to wait and watch and see. But if an order of framing of charges comes in that court as well, it would be a double setback for Lalu Prasad Yadav and his family for sure.
What time is that scheduled for?
The matter was supposed to be taken up after the IRCTC case. It's not come up, but any time now we could see the matter be heard, and we'll have to see whether or not the court decides to pronounce its order, frame charges, or just adjourn it for a later date.
So as you heard from Shrishti Sneha, two cases. One, the Land for Job case, which was filed in 2021. In 2017 is when the IRCTC case was filed, and then subsequently we have seen in the CBI matter the framing of charges complete take place. And now shortly we will see the court also decide on a date from where the trial will begin. And it's during that phase when the court will decide whether the Lalu Prasad Yadav family is found guilty or not in this particular matter.
Well, absolutely. And the timing of this couldn't have been worse, isn't it, Shreya? Shrishti, for Lalu Yadav and family, fighting in the Bihar elections, working hard to get back to the helm of affairs, as it were, in the state of Bihar, where elections are just, less than a month away in that sense, isn't it, Shreya? This is obviously going to stick. These charges of a family deep in corruption, using their positions when they were in power. This particular scam, remember viewers, has got to do with the time when Lalu was the railway minister between 2004 and 2009. The BJP, the JDU is going to go after them, saying that, this is what we said. You bring back these people and there will be corruption once again. They will only serve themselves. They will only serve their own family.
Well, absolutely. But, Sneha, having covered elections before, remember Hemant Soren was actually taken up and arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. And shortly after that, we saw in the Jharkhand elections, the matter actually went in his favor. How that pans out in Bihar, that will only depend on how the people of Bihar will vote. But so far as the RJD is concerned, especially the opposition camp, because this is the India bloc up against the NDA in Bihar, we will definitely be seeing them once again use that classic example of how the agencies are used by the central government to clip the wings of the opposition. That is going to be the one single line by the opposition, even after this entire development that has taken from the Rouse Avenue court. So far as the evidence, strong evidence on the part of CBI sources suggest they have enough evidence in the form of main documents, that are the tender modifications, the proceeds of the land sale deeds. Apart from that, there are ancillary documents, minutes of the meeting of how the things were transpiring on those particular timelines. But the defense on the part of the Lalu Prasad Yadav family has been that there's no direct evidence that the railway minister had in fact influenced the IRCTC officials. Whether that defense stands ground when the trial begins, we'll have to wait and watch for now. But at the timeline of the framing of charges, the defense that were given by the accused have not been considered by the judge, and the judge said that as of now, the evidence suggests that they are fit to be framed for charges of criminal misconduct by a public servant and cheating as well. So this is something that is up against Lalu Prasad Yadav, Rabri Devi as well as Tejasvi Yadav, and from here onward it pans out in a way that is definitely going to mount some trouble for the Lalu Prasad Yadav family.
Shreya, also for our viewers, take us to the details of what were the wrongdoings here and what are the kind of charges that the CBI has pressed against Lalu Yadav and family.
Well, the entire investigation, Sneha, pertains about how there were tenders allocated of two hotels, two IRCTC hotels in Puri and Ranchi to one Sujata group of hotels. And in return for that, kickbacks were received by the Lalu Prasad Yadav family on 3 acres of land in posh localities in the form of Benami properties. The Central Bureau of Investigation, if I actually read out what they say in their particular evidence, that CBI has alleged that tender conditions were altered in the favor of Sujata Hotels and that IRCTC officials have given them undue preferences. That is an evidence that they have found in the form of tender modifications, in the form of property and sale deeds and valuation comparison. The Central Bureau of Investigation has said that the sale of 3 acres of land by the Kocher family to Delight Marketing and Lara Projects were at a figure where the market value was much higher compared to what it was actually sold and actually transferred to the family. This is something that the agency has been treating as a quid pro quo. Apart from that, there are corporate documents that shows initials of purchases by the entities. There were middlemen also that have been questioned by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Apart from these documents in the form of witness statements, also we are seeing attachments that were made in both the charge sheets. That is the first charge sheet that was filed in 2018 and subsequently the supplementary charge sheets that were filed in 2024. So in all these charge sheets, these details have been presented. Now, as the framing of charges has taken place, the next hearing will be fixed where these evidence will be produced before the court. Then these evidence will be examined in the court, and then subsequently we will see the defense counsel give their defense. This is only if the Lalu Prasad Yadav family does not choose to challenge the entire framing of charges itself in a higher court. If that happens, then we will see the trial stall for some time. So multiple legal avenues still lie pending for the Yadav family. But if from here the trial proceeds, we will be seeing the presentation of the evidence that will take place in the next date of hearing.
All right, important details that we are sharing with the viewers at this point in time. It's a big development that we're reporting from Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court. Shreya is right there telling us about the details of what has happened in court and what this IRCTC scam really is about. Undoubtedly, and make no mistake, this is going to have a bearing on the upcoming Bihar elections as well. Lalu Yadav and son Tejasvi Yadav, also wife Rabri Devi, are facing these charges leveled by the CBI in this entire matter.